News, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
I'm here all day. Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 6 there on the... First down play. Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Patch it. 61, matchbox, right.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
258. To the mic. So don't say nothing.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle. Cooper with it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Rodgers again now. And left side here, it's Graham. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And again, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Linval Joseph able to record his for the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he coughed it up. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Hey! Come on. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Clark. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, Haywood. 50.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
That's good for the Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike's 50.
Cousins now. Over the middle to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A toss to Cook. Some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, switch gears.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Leave it, 48. Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's the offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Throwing is Rodgers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
And a Packer first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cooper. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Spawn! No! He's crashing! Get 300!
Now Jones. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. From the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Rodgers now from the gun, he'll throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They go play action here on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Here's Rodgers to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Flush to it, and the Packers are in for the score. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now let's face it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
We play to win. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
First.
To throw is Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins to throw it. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And this is back to an 8-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers now throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing on first, a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, Cousins looking middle, and it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. A second down throw for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A first down throw for Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the ball.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Cousins on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's checking.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And left side here, it's Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700.
Second and 9 at the 17-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll go again to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Steve.
Rodgers looking to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting